Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Nikki, parenting and relationship life coach. In our last segment, we talked a lot about dating someone with a narcissistic personality or tendencies. And I'm just going to go over some of the main points. But if you guys missed that segment, or if you're dating someone whom you think might be narcissistic, if you have friends or family that are in relationships with someone that might be definitely in that abusive category and narcissistic, and you think that they might benefit from it, definitely send it to them, share it with them, and take a look at that segment. But in today's segment, we're going to mostly discuss the abuse that the people, the partners of the narcissistic abuse are dealing with. So I'm just going to go over some of the main points that we had. When you're dealing with someone that is very narcissistic, they are lacking empathy, very grandiose, inflated sense of self. They're very entitled, superficial. They definitely want everything to look perfect. They're constantly seeking validation and admiration from everyone around them. You might have that boss that's constantly stealing ideas from even his employees, trying to take it on as their own because they're dying to get that admiration from everyone around them. They're very hypersensitive. They can dish it out, but they definitely cannot take any kind of criticism, which also will lead them into becoming extremely rageful. And they have tendencies to be very manipulative, exploit people. They're usually very dishonest, they're not faithful in relationships, and can be very controlling. So, as you can see, being in a relationship with such a person can be very damaging and dangerous at times, for sure. So today we're going to discuss more how the person that is in a relationship with this type of man or woman is feeling. There are many therapists, many programs that deal with narc abuse because after spending even several weeks, let alone months or years, in a relationship with a narcissistic person, their partners are completely broken, if you will. They have self doubt. They are so afraid of commitment. They have been hurt so much, lied to, cheated on constantly that they definitely need to go through some intensive therapy in order to recover and be able to trust again and to enter a new healthy relationship. So some of the reasons are one, mainly because of the lack of compassion that they were getting from their partner. Being in a relationship when you're not heard, when you're not seen, can be so damaging and so lonely. The chronic invalidation that they're getting from their partner, the gaslighting, invalidating their own feelings. I know this is what you said, this is what I heard, and the partner is completely denying it. I never said that, that's not what you heard, you have no right to be upset, where they definitely do. It's instances where the partner is definitely not over exaggerating, but the narc is gaslighting them and making them feel that whatever they're feeling is, just very dismissive of it. There's a lack of respect, which, of course, in any relationship can be very harmful, but especially with interpersonal relationships. Basically, a dehumanization. You don't even feel human in those kind of relationships because you are not seen or heard. You are not given love. A person that is narcissistic doesn't even have that ability to truly love. Everything is transactional. They enter relationships based on how is this going to benefit me? What does this person have to offer monetarily? They usually pick very nice, kind, caring, and giving people to enter relationships with, and they will drain every last ounce of you. So when the person has left a truly narcissistic relationship, they are left, void of love, financial, emotion. You have given to them every last of your soul and every last bit of help that you have been able to give to them, and you are just left without anything. Also, in general, they are just very cold and indifferent. You would sit there and talk to them about something. Not only they don't even have the patience or care to sit there and listen while you finish, they give you this feeling of like, okay, let's move on. Let's talk about me. Let's talk about my problems. This isn't very important. individuals that have been in relationships like this basically suffer almost such a thing as PTSD. And we all know what PTSD stands for. It's post-traumatic stress disorder. So a lot of individuals that have dealt with their partners being narcissistic are actually displaying PTSD symptoms, which is so sad to see. They suffer from depression, self-doubt, and basically having a feeling of being hopeless and helpless. So as you guys can see, it is so upsetting. It is time consuming. It is energy draining to be in a relationship with someone that suffers from narcissism. And I hope that a lot of these points were helpful to you guys, that you're able to identify that if you're dating someone who has narcissism, who is dealing with narcissistic personalities, and you can try to get the help that's needed, which is basically intensive therapy if they're willing to come with you. But once you notice that this is the type of partner you are dealing with, the best approach, my advice, and most of the psychology community, is to cut off all communication, no contact, and to leave, because they will not change. Chances are, even after years of therapy, it's very difficult for this person to gain that empathy, to change their ways, to stop the manipulation, the lying, the cheating. And your best chance is to find someone that really deserves you and is willing to put into the relationship everything that you're putting in. So if you like this show, if you like this segment, please share it, please like, and send me any of your questions that you guys have. Until next time, this is Nikki with Togetherness TV. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next segment.
Togetherness Media. Togethernessmedia.com